trusting your friend. I get it. But there's like a level to it. If you've already heard and done that situation, that song and dance, you've seen it from from behind the scenes already, why do you think the song and dance is going to change when it has happened so many times? I want to chalk that up to Nexpo just being a good friend and just being like, all right, I'll just take his word for it, like what most friends do. But it's incredibly irresponsible, especially with somebody that has had a consistent issue with YouTube, a consistent combative relationship with other YouTubers, accusing people of pedophilia, accusing people of lying about them.
You're suing a man and you end it with a fucking dog hitting a fucking drum! I'm fucking mad.
Cops is filmed on location with the men and women of law enforcement. All suspects are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
With Nexpo, I feel like, and I genuinely believe this, is the start of a second landslide. I feel like we are in stage 3 of the Mamamax drama, where everyone's like, people are starting to come out against him that are good friends of his, talking about all that stuff. Who cares? Who cares worse, to be honest? Someone else brought it in chat, Fembro. I'm just answering. Right now, we're just talking. I just threw this live stream on. I didn't have anything prepared for today. Right now, we're in stage 3. Everyone's picking apart everything, right? But people are also coming out in Max's circle that are going against him, that are friends of his, that are coming out and saying, I disavow this action. Max is actually this kind of person. And that usually leads into an escalation of something down the line, of something worse than what we previously knew. Now, I don't know that for a fact, but I have this gut feeling.
I've been keeping up with like all your streams throughout all this, and that's why I followed you a week ago or something, because I've been in the middle of moving, and I haven't had time to like really be online much. So like seeing all this shit unfold has been fucking crazy.
I couldn't imagine like being in Nexpo's position, right? Like, I'm not going to give him, like, 100% credence here, because, again, he did platform Max on a lot of things, right? He did. But I'm not going to sit here and say it's all Nexpo's fault that Max got the derangement syndrome that he did for all these years. There's something I feel like a level of sympathy towards Nexpo. But at the same time, Nexpo also was an idiot that took Max at his word, so it's hard to feel 100% sympathetic. It's tough. Do you think Max's downfall is worse than Chris Hansen's? I think they're kind of on par with each other right now, right? Again, like I'm saying, the idea of a second nuke, because dramas like these usually happen once every couple of years, where it's really big, the normie sphere gets into it, and then boom, next thing you know, there's a second stage, a second wind of like crazy shit that comes out. Wait, what happened with Chris Hansen? Oh, dude, I would recommend watching Diorio's videos on Chris Hansen if you want to catch up what happened to that guy. I'm just gonna say it, Chris Hansen's a piece of shit. Chris Hansen's been a piece of shit for years, and he's done this for years. He's a piece of garbage.
So basically, yeah, to answer your question, yes, I befriended Max.
There's also screenshots of Camden calling her a crazy stalker ex who makes up stories to get back with him. I wouldn't be shocked if that is a situation. Again, I have not seen these screenshots. Colton told this guy not to send it to anybody other than fucking Larix. So Larix is the only one that saw it. Chef, no. Get back inside. Sorry about that. Chef learned how to open the door. They're on Queenman's stream, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I didn't get to watch Queenman's stream. I've been incredibly focused on like some other things going on in my life, so I'm kind of catching up. Hassan moment, I didn't let the video play. Not a Hassan moment.
Never really know what you're getting into whenever you join him in anything, and that's honestly, I should have, I guess, read into that shit more and had more of like, yeah, sure, dude, I'll be in a video. And he like,
yeah, that's not good. Chef, how are you opening the door? Stop it, please. Dude, I have to get that door fixed. I really have to get that door fixed, guys. Jesus.
So that, okay, so for the, like specifically the pick a side thing, you just got like basically a script to say.
Here's the other thing about Nexpo, right? And I kind of like, I think I heard Chud, Tommy, Matt, and Xylee talk about it, where the idea of sending a friend of yours a script for a video and then not telling them the context of it, I feel like it's just bad practice, right? I think it's like incredibly bad practice to do that. Like if I went to Xylee and I said, hey, Xylee, can you like read this? can you just read this, please? And like, I want to put you in a video. I'm going to give her the context of what I'm doing in the video so that they don't get blindsided. That's my issue, is that I would never do that to somebody. And it's kind of crazy that Max did do that to Nexpo. And he admits it here. He's like, I did not know the context of it. Do I believe? I believe Nexpo should have said something then and there and been like, dude, what the fuck? Why'd you put me in here? Why'd you slap me in this video that I had no idea what it was about and not explain that to me? That should have been a little bit more on him.
Well, he comes to me. He would come to me basically saying, like, I'm trying to put out this video, or he had already put out a video or something, and YouTube struck it down and everything, and he was doing the pick a side thing, which it seems no.
You could tell right then and there that nobody watches Max's video. Just from the way that he was like, well, like, yeah, YouTube like took down his video or something, versus somebody that knew the situation, would know the situation, and said, yeah, Max's video was taken down because of a YouTube violation of the guidelines, and I was in his video because I really believe that YouTube took it down for unnecessary reasons. Versus a guy that's like, yeah, so like a video of his went down or something. You could tell that none of his friends watched his content, which normally most friends in the creator space, if you want to call them that, rarely watch each other. Very rarely, unless it's like something that we all are talking about, right? So, like, I'll watch Xylee if it's something I don't know much about, or if it's something that I have a vested interest in, but I'm not watching every day for Xylee. I'm not watching every day for Tommy. I don't watch every day for Diorio. I'm not somebody that's going to do that. So I get Nexpo's position there, but at the same time, man, I kind of like look at that and go, you should have said something in that moment, but I'm not going to criticize you to death about it. I'm not going to sit here and say you're culpable in Max growing as a creator because you read one paragraph in a script. I'm not going to pretend that's the case.
He didn't include this, like, he didn't decide to censor an ass in his video. It was like,
I didn't even realize that that's what the whole thing was about.
I mean, I want to be good faith and believe you, but you literally narrated that part. You were literally the one.
That's kind of where I'm like, so what if he narrated it? Like, I get it. Nexpo should have said something. And I even said that, right? Nexpo should have been like, what the fuck, Max? But it's just reading lines. Does that make sense?
Or basically, okay, just on the record, I have not even seen the IMVU video start to finish. I honestly cannot sit through.
That's how you know that's a true friend right there. It's like, yeah, bro, you're doing great, but I don't watch your shit. All my IRL friends, everybody that I've known for like 15, 20 years, family, all that shit, they don't watch me. Again, I'm not here to pretend that to give Nexpo shit. I'm not here to be like Nexpo is culpable in this situation. He just read a script, but he should have confronted Max on it, and he admitted it. He's like, I should have done more research. I should have known what kind of video I was in, and I should have said something earlier, which fair to him. Not going to take it out on him.
Dude,
I assume you've heard about the Magnetar story a little bit too. At the end of his video, him just basically accusing him of being a pedophile.
And this goes back to like whenever Max asks you to like collab on something, you don't know what you're getting into. Because I had no fucking clue. Magnetar, I had no clue who the fuck Anthony Field was.
See, that's like the crazy thing. It's like, I get it. You just read lines, but I get like trusting your friend. I get it. But there's like a level to it. If you've already heard and done that situation, that song and dance, you've seen it from behind the scenes already, why do you think the song and dance is going to change when it has happened so many times? I want to chalk that up to Nexpo just being a good friend and just being like, all right, I'll just take his word for it, like what most friends do. But it's incredibly irresponsible, especially with somebody that has had a consistent issue with YouTube, a consistent combative relationship with other YouTubers, accusing people of pedophilia, accusing people of lying about them, which Nexpo couldn't have known all of that, just taking him at his word, but he realized the toxicity of their relationship for a long time, so it just took longer to cut off than normal. If you don't ask more about the project that someone is trying to rope you, yeah, that's on you. And I admit that. He should have done that. I even said he should have called out Max and be like, dude, what the fuck? Why'd you throw me in this video? I have no idea what's going on here. Which, again, he should have asked. Max could have lied about it prior to the video's release if Nexpo had asked. Maybe. See, that's when we're going to start going into the speculative area of like what would happen in the event that Nexpo confronted Max and then was never a part of it. Would Max just lie to him to get him involved into the video? Or would Max be upfront? That's the problem. But the thing is that based on Max's character and this is me going into the speculative area, based on Max's character, I believe, and this is a belief, he would have lied to Nexpo, which ergo would have made Nexpo potentially expose Max earlier or say, what the fuck is this, and cause a large scene to the degree that larger creators and people would take more of a vested interest in Max's actions, which would have deviated from whatever was distracting everybody at the time. Because drama's like dangling keys in front of like a retard, right? Everyone's like, yeah. And when the keys stop jingling, everyone just stops paying attention and they go somewhere else, right? The thing is with Max, nobody was jingling the keys hard enough. And Tommy was the only one like fucking shaking the goddamn thing. Nobody paid attention. And that's the unfortunate reality, is that a lot of these kinds of dramas just go under the radar for so long. And then finally something happens.
I've always, I don't know why the fuck I have all these years, but I've always just believed his videos at face value. I don't know why I've done that when I have. And it's fucking sad. It's sad to see all this shit that he faked and on like such serious topics. It's sad to see that goddamn Cartoon Incorporated was fake. He told me so many goddamn times that Cartoon Incorporated was real. Like I have to pry shit out of him just to get the truth.
Dude, that's crazy to me. Is that you go straight with and at face value, and somebody's doing investigations on things are just 100% real. I guess it's just like, for me, I'm always like skeptical of literally anything that crosses my table. Somebody sends me something, I'm a little skeptical. Like somebody sends me something, I'm like, I don't really believe that. Where's the rest of your shit? Like, I have to be thoroughly convinced with the evidence in front of me for me to believe anything, or like definitively say somebody committed a crime or somebody did this or somebody did that. I have to like straight up be sat down, and you need to show me everything for me to sit down and go, okay, I believe you on your face. Versus like I get told one thing and I just run with that one thing. Because there's points where you have to sit back and go, is this actually the situation? Is this actually what is being said? Because I've learned by watching others and myself that you can't take everybody at face value. And Nexpo's learning that lesson really fucking hard.
You guys have been digging in this probably more than I have. Tell me this fucking lawsuit shit's fake. Please, for the love of God.
I mean, it's not going to be an international lawsuit, but I mean, it is a threat. That is a threat that was made. Spencer seems to be pushing it. Yeah, that's definitely real.
Yeah, speaking of the Spencer pushing it, because I have yet to talk about that just yet. I only posted it on my community tab. I kind of want to take a look at this, because this is like what they're talking about, is that Spencer's like pushing it. So I'm going to read this to you guys. I think it's important personally. Muda has breached the terms of the NDA. I'm going to be brutally fucking honest here. This is a non-enforceable NDA. Dude, an NDA that comes over Discord? No, that's not a real thing. That's not a real NDA. That's not.
Hi, amateur lawyer, the confusing opinion here. Now, what Chris says here can depend on the conditions of said contract. Disclaimer, I am not an attorney, nor the info I'm getting this from does not constitute as legal advice. Take it what you will. Now, technically, contracts written over something like text message, or in this case, Discord, can be classified as a legally binding document. Most seem to reference the Electronic Signatures in Global and National Commerce Act of 2000, or simply the e-Sign Act. I mean, there's websites out there today like DocuSign where you sign legally binding documents, but it doesn't mean Max can get away with this and sue the piss out of Muda, as it really depends on what's worded in the contract. One of the sources I use cites a case entitled St. John Holdings vs. 2 Electronics LLC, which helped raise the question on whether or not a text message is a valid legal document. It's a similar... it's really not similar, but I'm not going to bore you with reading the entire case, but essentially it amounts to some BS regarding contract law and questioning if a text message is a legally binding document. In this case, it was a dispute over an LOI, letter of intent, which was sent over SMS. The Massachusetts Land Court ruled in favor of the defendants, saying that they were enough to satisfy the writing requirements of the statute of frauds, because a real estate contract is required under Massachusetts state contract law to be written out. It basically means that text messages are legally equivalent to bilateral contracts using ink and paper. As the court put it, quote, "The writing need not to be a formal contract, but the terms of the writing must be sufficiently complete and definite, and the writing must reflect a present intent of the parties at the time of formation to be bound." Again, this can vary from state to state. It's pretty much in the air. It really just depends on a shitload of different circumstances. So depending on what's written in this quote Discord NDA, or if the judge views it as admissible evidence, there's a chance Max could weasel his way into a legal battle with Mutahar or anyone else. Or the judge laughs that some idiot made a contract over Discord, and Max comes out looking like a massive fucking moron. Anyways, felt like it was important to add a bit more context. Back to you, Chris.
That's not an enforceable NDA, and his actions have caused cyberstalking and harassment that is dangerous, and this is dangerous. I don't believe you. Here's why. Every creator that I have seen so far has not called for harassment, said that there needs to be any form of harassment, said that Discords need to be raided, that said we need to do this, we need to do that. Muda has 3 million subscribers. Larix has 8,000 subscribers. Chud has 30,000 subscribers. I have 7,000 subscribers. Xylee almost has 10,000 subscribers. Tommy has close to 50,000 subscribers. Nick has about 70 to almost 80,000 subscribers. That is a lot of people to police. There are going to be people that act no matter what you say or do, and that is not on the creator. I'm sorry, it's just not on the creator. That's not their fault. Unless they are expressly saying, go harass these people, go into their Discord and do these things, make their life a living hell, dox these people. That's not harassment. Nobody's inciting harassment. Just because of criticism that you're getting, that is not harassment. So stop playing this fucking card. If he doesn't learn, what stops him from doing similar in the future in relation to other cases? See, this is them trying to fucking bait the situation with these girls in the Discord. Oh, well, if he doesn't learn what? Learn what? To ask for relative information that's actually going to be used properly? Is like, I don't understand what Muda needs to learn here. Muda, if anything, has done more to be objective in this situation, and Nick more than anybody. More than anybody. I think that's fucking insane to just assume that Muda needs to learn something. He doesn't. Did he learn not to trust people on the internet as good fucking friends? Yeah. I'm pretty sure Muda's as black-pilled as I am on that shit nowadays. It's just, oh God, it just shows like a lack of understanding of your own situation. That's why I have an issue with this. I'm glad that they're focusing on trying to sue Muda instead of helping the victims that actually need financial help. Man, it's great that you guys are going to try and sue Muda for $1 million. Piss away hundreds of thousands of dollars to sue overseas rather than help what you can help right in front of you. Great job, guys. Really fucking smart on you. I agree on waiting for blank, though, just in case. But if it's plausible, Muda should be held accountable. His behavior is disgusting. Muda has done nothing bad. He has leaked zero information other than you threatening to sue him, Max. Spencer, you with this because another person leaked it to him first. And that's it. And getting in a call with you and Max when you all knew it was recorded and you knew they were all making videos. Muda's done nothing. He's done nothing wrong. Nothing in this case. So you try to turn around and say, well, Muda needs to learn a lesson. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. It shows how little you understand of the situation. And in my opinion, and I'm going to be brutally honest here, how clout grabby it feels. Not because Muda's a 3 million sub YouTuber, but I just feel this air of like, if we do this, we're going to get attention. And I hate that shit. And I hate that. I can smell like the clout capital right there. I can smell that. But that's kind of like my take on the Spencer threat of suing Muda. Fuck off, bitch.
He's totally lost his fucking mind.
Dude, Nick, I'm pretty sure you know this, but the NDA is Mudahar writing his name and the date when he did it in his notes page and sending that screenshots.
That's cute. I wrote mine on a DualSense notepad.
Does he think that's gonna hold up in court? Like, what?
No, dude, you know the little the fingertips thing that you get with the DualSense controller, where you have to where you can look at it, has like how to use the controller if you're really fucking stupid. Yeah, I signed it on that and I sent that back to him.
I get why people sign the NDA, right? I signed one myself when I worked on the show, right? In Max's case, the non-competitive NDA, that makes more sense, but one to sign for like trying to show evidence to people. You're not a lawyer, kid. You're not a cop. You're not anything. You're a dude on YouTube. Like, you're an idiot if you think that people aren't going to leak information, whether that's Buddha or whether that's Nick or whether that's anybody. I don't care about y'all, but I personally wouldn't talk about my trauma for 5 hours, upload it to YouTube, and not expect anyone to ask any questions. I agree with that. Like, you're getting mad that people are asking questions when you're the one that posted the information. God forbid that you upload 4 whole hours of something that happened to you and accuse someone of a crime, but people asking questions is too far. That's wrong of people to do. That's incredibly wrong. That makes no fucking sense to me on any logical level. I can't get past that part.
Do you mind if I ask one question?
Yeah.
When you were saying to Lyrics before that you like sent Max a testimony for his believable accuser's video. So you said that like you experienced a bad relationship with Max, but you wrote him a good review. Is that what I got out of that?
No. So the relationship he was in.
See, that was important to clarify. Because I remember watching it, like a section on Nick's end, and it was like, yeah, I wrote a testimony for Max about one of his ex-girlfriends. That's how it came across, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, what is going on? So Nick asking that question's good to clarify, because I don't think Nexpo did anything malicious. Thank Christ that there was clarification on that. What is Max hoping to achieve through all this? I think what Max is trying to achieve, and this is kind of like my thought process on it. He really believes that his art, notice how I'm saying art, not his actions, will help change the cultural dynamic of what we talk about on the internet, which it's not. A YouTube video is not going to change cultural dynamics of the world. I'm sorry. It's just not. You can say the same thing about movies. You can say the same thing about anything. In the grand scheme of things, a YouTube video doesn't mean shit. It doesn't. A live stream doesn't mean shit. Numbers don't mean shit. Like, yeah, does it mean more eyes are on it and more people will discuss? Sure. But the problem is the presentation in of itself. Max's presentation, or films, as he would call them, aren't doing anything. They aren't doing a damn thing. They haven't done a damn thing ever. At all. In his entire life. I just don't understand how he believes that that is going to be a change in the cultural zeitgeist making these kinds of films. It's just bullshit. Like, art is important, but it's not going to completely and utterly change the world, especially when it comes to the style that he is doing. Sure, is it subjective? Yes. But I feel like most people in this context are on my side with this, that a film like this is bullshit. That portraying yourself this way is bullshit. Alienating people around you is bullshit. Alienating the normie audience that you want to watch the information and understand how important this is, and making it blood and guts Hotline Miami shit. No one's gonna fucking care.
Anyone?
How are people supposed to talk about what Chocula did when they have to sign an NDA to learn what Chocula did? That stops them from talking.
Yeah, see, that's the other aspect. It's like, I get in his brain, he's like, well, I'm protecting the victims from Camden Gerard Davis, and the NDAs are important, so people, I can't get over the Chocula line, so people won't leak the information and put these girls in danger. The thing is, Max, you're already doing that by putting out an ARG video, flashing lights, talking about Camden, putting these girls on camera and putting them on live streams. He's already putting them in harm's way. Him making people sign the NDA is incredibly counterintuitive. It's actually more harmful than anything else. So I just don't think Max saw like the ultimate issue that that's going to present later on down the line.
Did you know that a lot of his content was fake before all this stuff broke? Yeah, you had to pester him about it because he wouldn't tell you. But like, did you know that a lot of his content? Yeah, it was that one.
Yes. And but that's like little that, and then the Asahara thing, the Amshinrikyo thing.
But like, my thing is like, how long has Nexpo known that that was fake? Like, did he pester him? Like, the thing is that I don't know if it's said later on, because I didn't get to watch the rest of this, and I'm watching it with you guys now, so this is like raw, right? My thing is like, how long was Nexpo aware that these things were fake? Did he know behind the scenes initially when it was coming out a couple months down the line? Did he pressure him recently? I would assume that he pressured him recently to be charitable to Nexpo. I'm assuming that. I just realized something. The Creator Clash line. What is with Creator Clash and ruining careers? iDubbbz has his career ruined, and Nisa got her career ruined because of Creator Clash. Credibility thrown out the window. Nexpo breaks up with Mamamax and his friendship at fucking Creator Clash. All the big YouTubers just air out their shit during Creator Clash. What the fuck? And Super Mega was at Creator Clash. The Super Mega guys, like fucking Leighton and all those retards. Dude, Creator Clash is the death of large YouTube channels. Jesus Christ. That should be an omen. It's actually a good tweet. That's an idea. That's a good idea, actually. Oh my god, that's fucking ridiculous. I didn't even think about it like that.
Wait, so in this call, and I was curious, I want to go back to that real quick. In this call, Max told you that the Am Shinrikyo was fake. What else did he tell you that was like fake in that call? I'm curious.
Well, what's the call? He's saying this happened in like IRL.
Real life.
Yeah.
Okay, in real life, what else did he tell you was fake?
The Cartoon Incorporated thing.
Cartoon Incorporated.
But like that was during, when was Creator Clash? Creator Clash 9 months ago. It was back in April. Jesus. So Nexpo was aware since April that Max has lied about certain aspects of his content. That's kind of shitty.
He announced, and he was claiming that he got a lot of predators, locked up in his previous video, which would be my law.
Nick, he like went on your podcast too, and he also said he got
Pablo
Sonny
locked up.
Yeah,
so I just fucking believed him. I don't know. In hindsight, I don't know why I did.
I thought the craziest part of the call was when he was like, "Oh no, that was what happened." Like he needed to watch the clip to remember that. Meanwhile, he told some elaborate lie about how he was expedited back to Canada, and like, what the fuck, dude? That's so crazy.
Like I
just couldn't imagine like lying that fucking hard, or at least like embellishing the truth to the degree that it could be considered a lie later on. If I'm gonna be super charitable in Max, which I have no reason to be. But like that's just a stupid thing to do. Well, yeah, my video put that guy in jail. Wouldn't you be proud of something like that? That's why Nick's video hit so impactfully when I saw it. When I saw the call behind the scene, it hit so hard because it's like this dude literally was touting that his video put a pedophile behind bars, and then has to be reminded of that thing. It's fucking delusional.
I get doing things for theatrics in videos. Like I do it all the time with my videos.
Imagine knowing someone you know is lying about things, but not being able to expose him because he'll get the internet to crucify him. Yeah, no, I agree with that. There's certain degrees where I'm not shitting on Nexpo. I'm not here to like witch hunt on Nexpo. I'm just here to like point out those specific situations.
For things that like just can't.
It's like I get why he didn't, or why he couldn't say anything, or why he held off on saying stuff. Do I believe it was the right move? No, we could have handled this shit sooner before another group of girls made their way to Max so that he can profit off of it, or he can fucking gain some more Patreon or create more controversy. But it's just the situation is what it is. We're in the moment now. There's no point in like looking that far back.
So I really don't want to come across like I'm bombarding you on stream. I just feel like this is like a very like legitimate thing. I think a lot of people necessarily want answers to because you've spoke to his credibility publicly and in a sense gave him the credibility to make other further accusations down the line because other creators like you and Mudahar spoke to him, giving him his status that he has today.
On November 26, 2021, my good friend Max published a video exposing the colossal ring that is IMVU, where he uncovered one particularly inveterate child predator known in-game as Pablo Sonny.
So I mean, that's really fucking bad. Like, I appreciate you coming out now, but that's really irresponsible. Like, it's one thing behind the scenes, if you want to trust your personal friend, you take him at his word, that's fine. But we're getting to kind of like Nick is not green super mega territory, where just because your friend said someone is a pedophile, you're openly saying it on your public platform.
Which is true. Like, I get that. Because the second the Nick is not green comparison's there, now it's completely and utterly in your face. Where it's like, yeah, you can feel bad about it. But at the same time, Nexpo, and if I'm going to be charitable on this one, Nexpo didn't expressly say, I'm not going to look at the evidence, fuck you, and say it on a video, He just read a script. With Nick, it was a lot more malicious and in your face and like 100% definitive that Nick is not green, straight up said, I'm not paying attention to anything else, go fuck yourself, I'm just going to defend my friend and say that Matt and Ryan are rape apologists. Does that make sense? I feel like that is 50,000 times more egregious than Nexpo reading a line. Should he have vetted the information before reading that? Yes. Not taking it away from that. But comparing it to that, it's treading on that line. Larix is right. It's treading that line. But I've seen some people try to say it's the exact same thing where I'm like, I don't think it's to that degree.
Because I've just been so busy moving. And I'm like, dude, what's going on? It is bizarre, bro. Like, he answered the phone like, what's up, you sexy slut? And I'm like, bro, you're really happy.
What the fuck? I didn't catch that last time. Imagine you're calling your friend being like, hey, you fucked up. I need to find out all the things that are going wrong. And the first thing you hear is, what's up, slut? Like, what the fuck? I can just picture him doing it in his gay fucking deep Mamamax voice too. He's like, what up, you sexy slut? Creators responsibility, blah, 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 is much different when it comes to directly Yeah, no, I agree, Allie. Max is completely and utterly a fucking douchebag. Like, he is straight up has called people predators because they've criticized him, or pro-predators because they've criticized him. The reason I'm not taking a hardline stance on Nexpo is because he's just dumb. I think he's just dumb. I think he's dumb as shit for just taking people at their word. But I can't sit here and say I haven't done the same thing, because I've done that. I've taken people at their word before, and it's not smart. It's not smart. I've been close to somebody that I thought was a friend, and they end up being a deranged lunatic. So it's kind of like I get where he's coming from, and it's fucked because I've been in his shoes before.
I'm sure you can't speak on like other people like directly, but I guess what's the overall morale of the friend group, I guess?
I think that's like actually a really good question from Nick, because everyone's asking like, oh, what do the friends think? What do the people that associated with Max think? It was a good question to ask, because Nexpo is maybe, other than Muda, the only one that's come out publicly and been like, yeah, Max, I completely disavow his actions. I wasn't looking into this and I fucked up. That's why with Nexpo, at least he admitted that he fucked up publicly. That's why I give him a little bit more credence. Again, he totally fucked up. Totally. But at least he admitted it like a man, you know?
Like between me and Muda and like Crowley?
Yeah, just generally the people who've been around Max, I guess. What is like the...
We're all like, what the fuck is happening? That's pretty much how it is. Like, everyone's like, who the fuck is this guy? I know a clip just came out on Twitter about canceling Charlie. Like, what?
That was...
Oh, yeah. The canceling Charlie clip. Oh, God. Was that Vince Vintage? I love this clip so much. I love this clip. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen Max say in his fucking life. I love it. It's so funny.
I could literally cancel you, Charlie. I could literally cancel you. And I choose not to. It's true, though. It's the truth. Like, I'm the friggin' pedo hunter.
It's just even on an outtake, right? Just saying that, I can cancel you whenever I feel like it, is the most egotistical thing someone could say. No one can cancel anybody. No one can do that. It's up to you if you're canceled or not. Homie, shit sounds like random crazy basement dweller TV show shit. Yeah, true. He says like a mob boss threatening Charlie. Yeah, that's the thing, is like, he's nobody important. He's a YouTuber like any one of us. Anybody that like makes YouTube videos, live streams, or anything, none of us are special. Not a single one of us. We're all a bunch of fucking losers that like to talk shit on the internet or make content on the internet. Like, that's it. That's all we are. We're a bunch of losers. Nobody's above each other. Numbers don't matter. Viewership doesn't matter. Subscriber count doesn't matter. And sounding the way that he sounded, he's like, I can cancel you at any time, in my opinion, shows that he thinks way too fucking highly of himself to an unhealthy degree. That's how I look at it. Charlie titles video Obsessive Creep. Kind of just like self-reported on yourself, huh, Max? You kind of just self-reported on yourself. I thought that video was about me because it's titled Obsessive Creep. Clicked on it real fast because I was super interested. Dude, you were the one that admitted that you stalked that Haley girl and sent self-harm images to her. You are an obsessive freak. But, like, I don't think Charlie thinks about you. I don't think many people outside of this community think about you anymore.
Why do I do this to me? Because I get it. Like, I get what I'm doing is creepy and obsessive. It is.
Then why do it? Is, like, my first initial question. Why even do that? If you know it's creepy, obsessive, and unhealthy, and it doesn't give you the dialogue that you're looking for, why in the fuck are you doing it? Like, am I crazy? Am I retarded? Do I have Down syndrome? Like, can I not understand the complexities of this man's head? If you are able to recognize how much of a creep, obsessed weirdo you are to DM a man more than 2 times involving something, and then say your silence will not go unnoticed, why in the fuck are you doing it? He's in it for clout. Yeah, skeleton bones, exactly. It's a clout grab. It's him turning around and going, well, I know that what I'm doing is weird, but it'll get eyes on me, and, you know, I will be able to prove that Charlie doesn't care about children or something. It's just disgusting. Like, how do you not have the mental foresight to think to the point that this was a bad idea? And Spencer, I'm really getting tired of Spencer, like, acting like she knows what the fuck she's doing here. Lady, you admitted to potentially trafficking other people to the supposed pedophile werewolf that you are trying to expose now. You are, in a sense, Ghislaine Maxwell with extra steps. Like, I'm just gonna say it. I have no issue saying that. Based on what you said in that podcast episode, you are no better than that. Spencer equals Shiloh 2. I'm starting to genuinely believe that. You know what? No, not starting. I genuinely believe that. Shiloh 2.0 is a great fucking title for her. And somebody tells me that she knows all about Shiloh and she knows exactly what we're talking about. Because Shiloh, clout grabbing freak, complete degenerate freak. And I have a feeling that Spencer is also along those lines. They both have dyed hair and nose rings. Yeah, that's all they have in common. That's all they have in common. But you got to understand is that, like, this girl is way too entrenched in the situation for me not to assume that she has ulterior motives. I kind of believe that she has ulterior motives now. Mostly because she has a roof over her head now, and she has a new YouTube channel. She has startup capital. He's helping her get her medical bills done and car and all this shit. How is there not incentive from some degree to keep going on with this bullshit? Because she'll turn around and say, well, I don't have an incentive. I just want to put Camden away. Okay, how isn't there an incentive when there's a roof over your head after you're getting kicked out of your previous home? You admitting to that you committed a crime so that you want to expose Camden so that you feel better about the actions that you made. The whole, well, he's just really manipulative is total bullshit in my opinion. I'm sorry. There's no way anybody in their life can convince me to traffic people to somebody that I felt was abusing me. I'm sorry. I just can't picture that scenario in my head. I think it's like actually detrimentally stupid to try and blame a second party for the actions that you made. I hate that shit. I hate that shit so much. I really, really do. Hey guys, thank you for watching the clip. Thank you, Confusing Opinion, for doing the editing. Make sure you give him a follow on Twitter. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you are new. We're going to try and upload daily here and do live streams pretty often. So make sure you stick around and hit that like button. Thanks, guys.